everyone, welcome back to Cowabunga Corner Review. In this episode, I'm talking about something on the market right now. You can find them at a few different stores here or there. And they're pretty neat because they're made by the same people who brought us the NECA turtle toys. That's right, it is NECA. NECA has made these things called scalars. They are small and they go on wires or zip ties. And they can hang there and be like this little decoration thing. And I'm excited because they made a set of turtles. And I've been wanting them. And I got them. And I am finally getting to share them with everyone. And that's what I've been wanting to do. On the back of these scalars, it has all this information. It says, hang them from headphones. Attach them to cables. These cute minis add a dose of cool to anything they can fit their little hands around. Headphones and earbuds, computer cables, electrical cords, lanyards, video game cables, microphone cords, shoelaces, pull cords. What heights will your scalars climb? And that's what I want to find out. And I'm going to open them up and do my little comparison and all that and say, yay, thank you NECA for coming back to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle realm. Of course, we're starting with Michelangelo because he is my favorite turtle. And I always start with Mikey. He's got to be the first to be freed from his packaging. Almost always start with Mikey. He's got a little cardboard thingy. Always show the little cardboard thingies. And I'll be pulling that little paper from the back. And then this is the scraps from this. And popping them out. And see, this is what they give as their sample. It's like a little straw. But if I'm going to test my little scalars out to see if they fit on what I carry, I'm going to have to actually pull out what I carry. And I'll start by pulling out my headphones. Yes, this is what I've wore for many hours working on Cowabunga Corner. These turtle shell headphones by Scar. And if anything should be tested with Mikey hanging from them, it's my headphones. Definitely my headphones. So I'm going to slide it because there's no end on where I could do it. I'm going to have to try and get it into his hands. So, down there. Around to one hand. And then around into the other hand. Come on. Now Mikey is on my headphones. So if I'm walking around, I got Mikey hanging on. And he feels so secure, like he's not going to drop off. He's going to stay there. And I like that, because that means I can walk around with it and not worry I'm going to lose him. He's on there good and tight. And that works. That really does work. He's got a big head, though. Very big head. But I believe that is the design of most of their scalars. I like it. So, let's go over the design a little bit. We have old school Mikey here. He's got his chucks on his belt. There's no coloring to his chucks, so they kind of blend into the shell till you look at the detail there. And then he has the M on his belt, which is how we know for sure it's old cartoon style. And he's got the big cartoony head. Really big cartoony head and these little dotty eyes. Now, while it was good that he fit on my headphones, it's nice, but normally I wear my headphones at home. Working on the computer, or really that's about it. Unless I'm on an airplane, which is rare. I'm not a big flight person. So, I should try Mikey on something that I wear more often. Like this. I got this awesome wallet from the TMNT box earlier this year. And when I first got it, I didn't know much about it. I didn't think that this would be something I'd really enjoy. But it has turned into something I use on almost a daily basis. And what do you know? It's got a lanyard strap to it. It says lanyards. Now for me, that looks a little thick for Mikey's little narrow hands, which is why I want to give this a try. Wrap it around the same way I did with the cord. Try opening his hands a little bit, and I notice they do have enough play to where you can pull his fingers up. And get his other hand gripped on. He has a good tight grip. I can put it on, and he is hugging onto my lanyard cord. So now I have a little Mikey that can ride around with me on something I wear almost daily. It's pretty cool. Would be a lot of fun at a convention. Go, yo dudes, I'm totally supporting Michelangelo! Yeah! The next turtle on the list is Donnie. And Donnie is my second favorite turtle. So he gets to be freed from his container second. We know what the back of his box says, so we're not going to go into that. We're just going to break him free. And we also now know for sure that he can hang on to just about anything Mikey can, which is pretty cool, which means he can hang on to either my strap here or the cord for my, well, I know, camcorder. Walk around with a Donnie hanging on with my camcorder. That would look great for Cowabunga Corner. Just like Mikey, he has his weapon on his belt, and it's not really colored, but because it's a bow staff, that's normal. And what I want to point out is the sculpt. If we're going to be looking at 4 turtles, we have to show if these sculpts are the same or not the same. From what I could tell, they're not really the same. Donnie's got a different face. His mouth is closed. His eyes are painted on there. They are still also large. He has the D on his belt. But his body also looks a bit of a different size. Mikey's got a little bit smaller of a body, but a bigger shell. It's about the same size, really, but it has the appearance that it's different. And that's what I'm looking at here. They're facing in the same direction, so you can have them lined up, all facing the same way. See if Raph and Leo are the same with that or not. The hands and the feet look the same. They really do. But the mouth is different, and there's some differences in the shells, especially with the weapons on there. Now we're going to pull Raph out of package. He's got this amazing smirk on his face. And I mean, the sculptor really caught a good expression for Raph here. He looks evil, like he's up to something bad. And you can tell it. Now, his sides are brown. So they're not colored also. Which is really wrong for Raph, because his weapon is not brown at all. And again, I think the hands and the feet are the same. Raph has a different shell for sure than the others. And the way you can tell this is that the others, the back of their neck, come down to this big part of the shell right there. But Raph actually has a notch there. So he does have a different shell. The rest of it looks about the same. And the last one to pull out is Leonardo, the leader of the pack. Leo looks a little evil too. A lot like Raph does. He definitely looks a little evil. He's got this grin on his face. Leo's got a different bandana. I can tell by just how his eyes are. And he's got this evil grin on his face. And Raph's bandana is different. but Mikey and Donnie's are the same. Leo has the same type of shell as Don and Mikey, where it's missing that top little square that Raph has. His swords are there, and they're brown. It did not bother coloring any of the colors on the swords. And he still looks awesome. I like the sculpts on these. They give each of the turtles their own personality. And I think that is very, very important when you're releasing something on the turtles. A lot of people think, oh, the turtles all look the same. You can put out a generic expression and it'd be the same turtle. But really, they do have their personalities that shine through them. And because of that, toys like this mean a lot more to me than one where they just put a different bandana on the same toy over and over again. I appreciate these sculpts. And I want to thank NECA for coming out with more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I do recommend these for all turtle fans who like to have a little bit of Ninja Turtle swag hanging on their stuff. Have a little pizzazz of Ninja Turtle stuff just hanging around, and they're not going to fall off too easily. They have a good grip, and I'm going to be testing this theory more at events. If you look around, you might find these things hanging on me at conventions. I'm going to ask my viewers, which is your favorite turtle expression on these, because each of them are so unique, and do you feel like NECA caught the right expression for the turtles? Let us know in the comment section on www.cowabungacorner.com. I'd like to send a special thank you out to Trevor for making this Cowabunga Corner episode happen. And these guys will find lots of love in this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection, as I'm sure I wear them to many different events, and they'll be hanging around in any part of this room with all these other turtle items. Thank you, Trevor. We are going to catch everyone with more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reviews from all sorts of different companies like Playmates Toys, Colorform, and of course, the Funko Pops. There is so much to explore, and I can't wait to share it all with you here on Cowabunga Corner. Until next time, Cowabunga!